The Resistance base was buzzing with urgency. The star map retrieved from the Shadow Dominion's network revealed an unsettling truth. Earth was surrounded, and the enemy wasn't planning to give them any chance to recover. The invasion wasn't just beginning, it was already in motion. Markov stood before a room of Resistance leaders, his voice steady but grave. We have 72 hours before the first wave of reinforcements arrives. If we don't find a way to disrupt their fleet, this planet will become a memory. Dr. Trent stepped forward, holding a holographic display of the star map. This isn't just an invasion. The Shadow Dominion is deploying something massive here. She highlighted an enormous object near the center of the map. We're calling it the Obliterator. Based on its size and energy readings, it's designed to wipe out entire ecosystems in a single strike. The room fell silent as the weight of her words settled in. Reyna broke the silence, her voice firm. Then we destroy it. We've faced impossible odds before. We'll find a way to win again. Markov nodded. We need every available pilot and soldier ready for this. If we fail, it's the end of everything. As the Resistance scrambled to prepare, Dr. Trent worked with her team to analyze the alien technology they'd recovered. Hours of research finally yielded a breakthrough. Evan rushed into the command center, clutching a data pad. "We found something," he exclaimed, out of breath. Trent took the pad and skimmed through the data. "It's a weak point," she explained, addressing the group. "The Obliterator's cloaking and shielding are powered by a central core. If we can disrupt the energy flow, it will leave the entire fleet vulnerable to attack." Markov frowned. "And how do we do that?" Trent hesitated. "The core is protected by layers of defense, but there's a chance we could overload it using the Shadow Dominion's own technology. We'd need to send a team directly into the heart of their fleet to deliver the payload." Reyna stepped forward, her expression determined. "I'll do it. Give me the team and the equipment, and we'll make it happen." Markov looked at her, his face serious. "This is a suicide mission, Reyna. You understand that, right?" Reyna smirked. "I've faced worse odds. And besides, if we don't take this shot, we're all dead anyway." The strike team launched under the cover of night, their ships cloaked with the limited stealth technology the Resistance had salvaged from the architects. Reyna led the charge, her squadron flying in tight formation as they approached the Shadow Dominion's fleet. The alien ships loomed ahead, massive and imposing. The Obliterator was unlike anything they'd ever seen. Its dark surface pulsated with energy, and its sheer size dwarfed even the largest human warships. Reyna's voice crackled over the comms. "Stay focused. Stick to the plan. We get in, plant the device, and get out." As the squadron maneuvered through the enemy fleet, cloaked alien drones appeared, scanning the area. The Resistance pilots held their breath, avoiding detection by flying through the shadows of the larger ships. Finally, they reached the Obliterator. Reyna's ship docked at a small maintenance hatch, and she led her team inside. The interior of the ship was eerily silent, its walls glowing faintly with alien symbols. Evan, who had insisted on joining the mission to oversee the device deployment, looked around nervously. "This place feels alive," he muttered. Reyna nodded. "Let's move. We don't have time to admire the decor." Navigating through the alien ship was like walking through a labyrinth. The team relied on Evan's scanner to guide them toward the core, all the while remaining on high alert for any sign of the enemy. When they finally reached the core chamber, they were awestruck. The core was a massive, pulsating orb of energy, suspended in the air by alien machinery. Its glow bathed the room in an otherworldly light. Evan quickly set to work, connecting the Resistance's device to the core. "This will overload their energy flow and cause a chain reaction," he explained, his hands shaking slightly. "But once it starts, we'll have less than 5 minutes to get out." Reyna nodded. "Understood. Just make it quick." As Evan worked, the room began to hum with energy. The core's light intensified, and the alien symbols on the walls started to shift and change. Suddenly, the team's comms crackled with static, and a deep, mechanical voice echoed through the chamber. "Intruders detected. Initiating defense protocols." Reyna drew her weapon. "Here we go. Everyone, Hold them off until Evan finishes. Alien drones poured into the chamber, their sleek forms moving with unnatural precision. Reyna and her team fought desperately, using everything they had to hold the line. Evan shouted over the chaos, "It's done. The device is active." Reyna fired one last shot, taking down a drone before turning to her team. "Fall back. Move, move, move." The team sprinted through the ship's corridors, the hum of the core growing louder behind them. The Obliterator began to shake, its systems destabilizing as the device did its work. Back in their ships, the team launched just as the Obliterator's core exploded in a brilliant flash of light. The shockwave rippled through the alien fleet, disabling their cloaking and leaving them vulnerable. From the Resistance base, Markov watched the display with a mix of relief and determination.
"They've done it," he said.
"Now it's our turn." With the Obliterator destroyed and the Shadow Dominion's fleet exposed, the Resistance launched a full-scale counterattack. Human ships swarmed the skies, their pilots fighting with renewed vigor. Markov led the charge from the ground, coordinating strikes and rallying his forces. "This is our chance," he shouted. "Give them everything we've got." The battle raged on, but the